last question. Any advice for the pre-dents, pre-meds out there who are applying in the future cycles? Hey guys, for those who are new here, my name is Yu Chang. You can call me Zachary. I'm a first year, soon to be second year dental student at McGill University. And this is a second video of a two-part series. So if you have not watched the first part, go check it out in the link above or in the description down below. And now I hope that this video is going to help you as much as possible. So let's go.
So I think what's important in terms of your CV is not what you do, but like how you talk about your experiences, what you learn from it, and how you're able to show off, you know, those soft skills that you've learned from those experiences. So it could be something you did locally in your neighborhood or something large scale. But at the end of the day, I think it's important how you phrase what you did on your CV and application. And in terms of the interview stage, if you're lucky enough to get one, it's important to be human. I think it's important to be able to show your raw emotions and your raw reactions. I think people should refrain from being robotic, because at the end of the day, health professional deals with like real humans, real patients. So I think it's important to be in touch with your human side.
So my advice would be, for your undergrad, make sure you work really hard, because that represents 60% of just getting the interview itself. And then once you do have the interview, I suggest go on Facebook. There's an MMI page, join it, and find a group of people where you could work, practice every day, doing different scenarios, and that's gonna help you boost your confidence. I know it helped me. And also making sure that the group you're working with are people you feel like it's not a toxic environment, they're giving you constructive feedback, and you'll feel better about yourself, so you could like help each other out. And another advice would be, while you are doing the MMI itself, try to have fun with it, because most of the people that I talked to who did get into med, most of them said they just enjoyed the moment, and I think that really shines through for the evaluator.
Probably don't spend too much time on the pre-med forums like Reddit and like pre-med 101 and stuff like that. It just adds stress for no reason.
I think that for me, like something that I'm also trying to apply myself is that it all falls into place. No matter what stage of life you're in, there's always going to be something that you're worried about, whether it's choosing between this or that, wondering whether you're going to get this sort of position or like obviously this application. This is going to be like that for the rest of your life. So figure out that, it's going to work out no matter what you do.
I would say don't compare yourself to other applicants that you know. You each have your own strengths, and comparing yourself to things that you don't have is just going to hurt yourself, not actually your application. And it's going to add some unnecessary stress.
I would say for us, it's perfect that we are doing it together. We are exactly the opposite. So you can see how there's a variety of people who get accepted to dentistry, and just be confident, believe in yourself.
I agree, and I feel like just like trust the process and do what you really want to do, like do what interests you, and like you can focus on the academics or you can focus on the extracurriculars, but yeah, just have fun.
Honestly, just try to have as much fun as you can and don't focus too much on school.
Yeah, my advice would be similar to Eric's, in that just be true to yourself and do things that you genuinely enjoy. It'll help your personal growth, and that's always a big impact on, just who you are and all.
Yeah, they stole mine. But, other than obviously finding, something that you enjoy, that's going to keep you going. If you do something just for the sake of the CV, that's going to be a bit more difficult. But if you, do that and also find a balance between your academics, between your life, taking care of that balance, I think, is really important, especially before entering into med school, where that balance should continue.
I think if your GPA is as high as Jing Jing's like mine, I think it's really important to like explore your hobbies and interests, just because it's also a nice break from your academics, just stress-wise, and you also meet a lot of nice role models and people that can help support you throughout the entire journey too.
Right.
Yeah. I think my advice is to not dwell on the statistics that they post on the website, because I don't know about you guys, but I took the number of applicants that got in and I divided by the number of total applicants.
Same.
And then I multiplied by 100. I used that to kind of gauge how likely I was to get in. And first of all, it's very inaccurate because the selection process is a lot more complex and just that. So I got nothing out of that except for just discouragement. Because if you actually do the calculation, I'm pretty sure it was like a 1.5% or like 2% or something. And it's just really discouraging.
I would say be confident. Don't compare yourself to other people because everyone has their strengths. So focus on yours and go for it.
Yeah, don't look at stats because I feel like you would only focus on the higher ones. There's obviously a big spectrum, and looking at top was only going to bring you down. Have fun. I really enjoyed Casper and the MMIs. And I think if you have fun with the process, it's a lot less tiring. Yeah. The whole process can drain you, so try to enjoy the moment.
I guess the advice could be like two different components, like pre-interview and post-interview. So pre-interview, 60% of the whole application is GPA based. Yes, it is true if you have a high GPA, you have a higher chance of getting the interview. So work hard for that GPA, like work hard for like 3-4 years and you're gonna get your dream job, dream career. However, it's also okay if you not have like 4.0, you know what I mean? Like, because this is where your life experiences, your CV, your Casper becomes important. Yes, it is 20%, 10%, so in total 30%, but it is still 30%. So yeah, work hard. And for your CV, really edit it, like ask your friends to read over, ask your your mentors to read over it, like reflect on what you want to tell a story through your CV. So I think it's really, really important to take time to work on your application. And sorry, I'm taking so long. And then post-interview, I think it's really important to know what you are going to go through. So understand how MMI works, at least for McGill, this is what we do. So how many stations are there, how long they are, those are the things you want to know because it's going to decrease your stress level during the day. And practice with your friends, not to the point that you're overly stressed, overly rehearsed, but you want to know what you're getting into. So practice is key, but also stress control. Don't be stressed on the day of. Try to have fun. It is a fun experience. Yes, it is stressful, but try to have fun and be yourself. You want to show who you are. You don't want to fake yourself. Just be yourself. That's the biggest advice, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like she just said everything.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
Literally, no.
Is there anything else to say?
That's literally perfect. I think the thought process that you went through is pretty transparent. I feel like we probably all did that. Thought about how we want to present ourselves. And you're right to not underestimate GPA because obviously very important. And I know for my program, we had a lot of electives in our 3rd and 4th year. So I got to pick courses that I really liked and that helped me do better. And in terms of, it did. And for MMI, I think that's also a good point. You want to be yourself. And I know for me, because I did theater and I did sports and stuff, I think it helped me with my confidence and it helped me have better self-awareness of myself. So walking into that interview and doing those role play situations or problem solving on the spot, I think, just figuring out who you are and doing things that you like will give you that confidence and help you present yourself really well.
I think just to add on to what they said, because I feel like they said everything, but one of the biggest things I think that I learned kind of the long way is that do a program that you really enjoy as your undergrad. So I kind of came in thinking into university thinking that I had to be in biosci, I had to do all of the pre-med, pre-dent classes, but really what they're just looking for is, are you able to succeed in school, get a high GPA? It doesn't matter what you're doing it in. So when I did my 2nd degree in applied science and I was able to take that more interpersonal route and the more kind of counseling direction where you get more interaction with people and rather than just rote memorization of stuff, I found that's kind of where my forte was. And so I was able to do and excel really well in that program. And I think had I known that it's okay not to do a pure science, I guess biological science-based program. I wish someone had just told me that. So I think that's a big thing is that just do what you love. Make sure you obviously take the prerequisites that are needed for each school that you're in. But being a pre-med, pre-dent is already stressful. Just do something that you love. And I think that you will that's your best chance of succeeding.
I think that's pretty much it. Any last words for the viewers out there?
Yeah, I think it's important, to take constructive criticism. I think you can for your CV you can have people read it, see what they say, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. And for the interview, as Raisa said, it's important to have a solid group of people, and using the Facebook page to find people to practice with is very important. Practice is very, very important for the interviews. And also don't forget hand gestures, your facial expressions, your intonation of the voice are all important. I know during the interviews it can be really stressful, and sometimes we forget to do these simple things, but at the end of the day it's very important.
I would say last thing is good luck. That's important. But also, don't be discouraged if you don't have a traditional path. You might get in after your master's, you might get in after 2 undergrads or more than that. There's really, in medicine, and I'm assuming also in dentistry, a wide variety of candidates, and that's what makes it so beautiful, because all of your classmates will have something else to contribute from, and it's going to help you too be a better individual as a health professional.
So that's it, guys. I hope that these questions or these answers help you guys for your future applications. For more content, just subscribe, follow, and thank you so much, guys.
Like, don't forget to like.
Don't forget to like.